Welcome to the CV Confidence Coach podcast with your host Liz Maguire, where she helps you to learn the secret of an interview-winning CV. Liz shows you how to deliver a compelling CV which increases career confidence, optimises your professional visibility and opens interview doors. Tune in weekly as she shares proven and simple strategies to help you craft your interview-winning CV. Make sure you head over to www.giraffecvs.co.uk to subscribe for our free newsletter with more CV writing and career tips.
Good morning. Hello. Thank you for tuning in again to the CV Confidence Coach podcast. We're 2 days away from Christmas now, and excitement is reaching fever pitch in the Maguire household, and my husband's busy unpacking the Christmas shopping in the kitchen at the moment. So I thought I'd just sneak in a cheeky podcast this Christmas week to go out to you on Christmas Day. So keeping with the Christmas theme, this week I wanted to follow the subject of my blog this week, which is what Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol can teach you about your career. This time of year, lots of us are snuggled up on the sofa watching feel-good Christmas films and thinking about what's important in our lives. And what really could be better after a hectic year than treating yourself to these warm and cosy few hours wrapped up in blankets and nostalgia, reliving the stories and films of our youth. Well, how about channeling the morals and messages of one of the nation's favourite Christmas stories to fuel some fire in your belly for your year and career ahead? Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol and its screen editions feature many a lesson that can be applied to improve our lives. First of all, Scrooge's overworked and underpaid clerk, Bob Cratchit, teaches us the value of perseverance and stoicism, despite Scrooge's grumpiness day on day. Tiny Tim's happiness, in spite of his ill health, is really inspiring. It sets us the example that you really need to make the best of every single situation. And how about Scrooge? Well, Scrooge shows us that everybody has the capacity to change. It just takes a little reflection and good intent. Let's imagine for a minute that Scrooge was alive and well in 2014. He's an established professional of some standing with much, much more to give in his career. What would the three ghosts of Dickens' imagination show Scrooge, the modern professional, to influence his future career path? Or, getting personal, what would these three iconic spirits show each of us? Let's just imagine for a minute. Rather than the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present and the ghost of Christmas yet to come, let's imagine that they're the ghost of your career past, the ghost of your career present and the ghost of your career yet to come. Let's start with the ghost of your career past. Imagine that the ghost of your career past has come to visit, taking you on a journey through each of your jobs over the last 10 years. Let's just revisit each one. I don't just mean revisit the conclusions that you've made and ingrained about your career history. Try to challenge your memories and conceptions and dig a little deeper and look at your experiences through fresh eyes. Imagine the ghost of your career past at your side as an impartial observer of your role, its challenges and your achievements within it. What was truly good and enjoyable about it? Take a minute to revel in the things that you loved about each of your past roles. And what was dark and dismal? Perhaps there were some things that you really didn't enjoy. You may find that you've focused your memories on the parts that you didn't enjoy, but there were actually some great things about each of your roles that you've kind of sidelined in your mind. It's good to have a think back and assess the good and bad parts of each of your roles in your career past. Another source of challenge for your accepted career memories is to find out how past colleagues view and present that period of their lives. Why not drop it into conversation with any close contacts that you worked with back then? Or maybe even check out their LinkedIn profiles to see what elements of the role they've chosen to highlight. Are their memories of that time aligned with yours? This self-reflection and detective work may actually make you consider your past roles in a different light and help you to draw out new elements of your experience on your CV. You may even reflect wistfully on what you had in a previous role. Reflecting on what you enjoy is a positive thing. It can really help you to map out your goals for the future. Okay, let's wave the ghost of your career past off and welcome a new ghost, the ghost of your career present. Before you can make any headway, it's a really good idea to take stock of where you are right here and right now. What's happening in your career in the present day? With all the hustle and bustle and your own preoccupations taking centre stage, it can be really hard to take in a rounded picture of what is actually happening in your present day career. Have a think for a minute with the ghost of your career present at your side. What's the cut and thrust of your role? What were you actually appointed to do? Have you done it? Has the purpose of your role evolved over time? What are the challenges you face in your job? What skills are you using to overcome these obstacles? Have you needed to develop new skills to overcome the challenges faced? What are your targets? Are you on track to achieve them? These questions hopefully will make you think about what's actually happening in your career right now. Like Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, it's a good idea to check out some different scenes to see things from a different angle. What's really happening around you when you take in the full picture? Coming back to you, are there some areas of your career that are limping along like Tiny Tim? Do they need some focus and TLC to bring them back to health? Take some time to reflect. It's a useful exercise. Let's wave him off for now, the ghost of your career present, although I would recommend that you let him revisit from time to time to keep your eye on the ball. The next ghost, and the final ghost I want you to welcome, is the ghost of your career yet to come. Fly ahead to imagine how your career will look in a few years' time. Will you be celebrating your successes or feeling wretched like Scrooge in his imagined future? Will your career actions have set you on a prosperous and happy career path? Or do you really need to do things differently to achieve your dreams? Unlike Marley in A Christmas Carol, we are not eternally bound by the chains of our previous career decisions. Like Scrooge, we can have the opportunity to break free and forge a new career destiny. So, if your imagined future looks scary or bleak, the time for change is now. It doesn't have to be huge change, it can just be small changes, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other to get you where you want to go. Write down your big goals by all means, but then map out smaller goals to get there. And use these smaller milestones to move forward, baby step by baby step, until you reach your target destination. So there we have it, our 3 ghosts of our career. I hope they've helped you this Christmas. But for now, let's enjoy this Careermas. So we can reflect and we can plan, but in reality, all we have is right here and right now. So let's make the most of it. I wish you a really peaceful and happy Christmas that provides you with the happy memories and a solid foundation to build from in the year ahead. To echo Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol, God bless us, everyone. Have a lovely holiday, guys, and I look forward to chatting more in a week's time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the CV Confidence Coach podcast. If you did, please do leave a review and subscribe here in iTunes to make sure you don't miss the next show. Head on over to www.giraffecvs.co.uk to subscribe for our free newsletter for more CV writing and career